IsReal News. These are the morning headlines for Friday, May 15th. President Donald Trump says he would accept a deal in which Iran suspends its nuclear program for 20 years, calling it acceptable so long as the commitment is genuine. Speaking aboard Air Force One after returning from China, Trump also claims that 80% of Iran's missile capabilities have been destroyed. Trump adds that he will soon decide whether to lift sanctions on Chinese oil companies purchasing Iranian crude. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister says negotiations have reached what he describes as a near deadlock over enriched nuclear material. Abbas Araghchi says both sides agreed to postpone the issue to later stages of negotiations because of its complexity. A new report says the United Arab Emirates attempted to coordinate a joint military response against Iran with neighboring countries, including Saudi Arabia and Qatar, but those efforts were rejected. According to the report, Emirati President Mohammed bin Zayed held talks with regional leaders shortly after Israeli and American strikes on Iran began in late February. On Israel's northern border, sirens sounded in communities near the Sea of Galilee after a rocket launch from Lebanon. The Israeli military says one projectile was intercepted successfully, with no injuries reported. In response, the IDF launched strikes on Hezbollah infrastructure near Tyre in southern Lebanon and issued evacuation warnings to residents in several nearby villages. The military says Hezbollah's actions constituted another violation of the ceasefire understandings. The IDF also reports several explosive drones impacted near the Lebanon border inside Israeli territory, again with no injuries reported. The military announced the death of a 20-year-old Golani Brigade soldier who was killed in combat in southern Lebanon. And President Trump is signaling that tensions with Iran may not be over. In a social media post discussing his visit to China and relations with President Xi Jinping, Trump referred to what he called the destruction of Iran's military and adds, quote, "to be continued." Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.